we have other news. Really dark and disturbing news, actually. So, Bad Empanada, I don't know if you know him. His name is George Ganitis, but he goes by Bad Empanada. And he has more or less admitted to possessing child pornography. So, George Ganitis, Bad Empanada, has been sharing a shirtless picture of me when I was 16 years old. And he's like rating the attractiveness, right? And he was confronted with the fact that this is a shirtless photo of a 16-year-old boy that he has saved on his phone and that he's sexualizing on Twitter and stuff. And he doesn't care, right? He knows. He probably knew that already, actually. I mean, that's what else is proof of that? He doubled down, and we're going to get into that. But just, I mean, this more, in that qualified sense, he's a pedophile. George Ganitis is a pedophile. Bad Empanada. In that qualified sense, he's a pedophile. What else do you call someone who knowingly has pictures of shirtless 16-year-old boys on their phone, which they're clearly giving sexual context to, right? By remarking on the level of attractiveness and making all these sick, disgusting comments. Keep in mind, I was 16 years old going through puberty in those photos. I mean, that's how disgusting it is. I'm not even I don't even look like a full adult in that photo. I'm not even a fully grown man in that photo. And George Ganitis, Bad Empanada, is sexualizing little boys, 16 years old. And he was confronted with it, and he knows it, right? And we're going to get more into that. But I'm actually going to work around and see what I can do to get this really publicized and out there. Because, guys, imagine if this was anyone else. Imagine if it was me. Imagine if I was sharing and sexualizing 16-year-old shirtless photos of George Ganitis. You would have 10,000 people throwing a fit about it, right? Minimum. But he already has a lot of enemies, and, needless to say, if left Twitter isn't going to do the job of exposing this disgusting fucking child predator and creep, I'm sure there's other people who are going to take it up and get the truth out there just for the sake of awareness that this person has no problem, doesn't see any issue with sexualizing little 16-year-old boys that are shirtless and sharing photos with them and remarking upon them in a sexual way and shit like that. He doesn't see any problem with that whatsoever, right? And yeah, he's just, actually, he's worse than Vosh, right? Vosh made a lot of weird comments in Destiny's Discord, a lot of weird, twisted comments. But has Vosh ever been caught for sexually explicit, at least in terms of giving them that context, by the way you're talking about them? Photos of a minor, which are photoshopped and shit. Has he ever actually done that? Has he ever actually given sexual context to a minor? A shirtless minor, and remarked and talked about their attractiveness? Has Vosh ever done anything like that? And by the way, Bad Empanada is one of the people who popularized widespread awareness of Vosh's very creepy, disturbing comments, right? I mean, Vosh has made a lot of disturbing comments, and he said creepy things, and he's made a lot of creepy arguments. But Bad Empanada is almost exclusively unique here in actually, admitting to the whole world publicly that they actually have photos of a shirtless 16-year-old boy which they're giving sexual context to. So in that case, whatever you've heard about Vosh, George Ganitis, aka Bad Empanada, is far, far worse, right? But he has an alt for sharing animated CP, I think. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but you just gave credence. He himself has given credence to a rumor like that by doubling down on sharing a photo of a 16-year-old boy, okay? So that is something we need to get the word out on, just for the sake of awareness, right? How many minors are in his community or anything like that. Bad Empanada, for all intents and intensive purposes, is either a pedophile or has no problem emulating the behaviors of a pedophile. So I'll let you make of that what you will. But he is, whatever you've heard about Vosh, I mean, this guy's a lot worse. Now, we're going to touch upon this later,